Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day like we are. Taking some nice profits here on our SUI short, 22% in 24 hours. We shorted 345 to 330. So just kind of giving you perspective there. In case you missed our video from yesterday, that was the point. It was a pretty easy setup here. And again, I know I've said many times in the past, I don't want to short this coin. I don't like to. It felt kind of weird, no doubt. But when you consistently retest a local low multiple times, and there's a lot of momentum on the upside, and Bitcoin showing significant divergence leading into a weekend with low volume and a significantly profitable work week, or Monday through Friday. It was too good to be true. So obviously there's other coins too pulling back. This isn't the only one, but this one seemed ready because it had a lot of meat left on the bone. So we're going to talk about the reasons why it's important to consider either A, leaving that short open, or B, are you going to buy this dip? Technically, this isn't the right type of dip to buy. You want to wait a little bit longer because there's more liquidation and support below the price. We're kind of in no man's land right now. We don't really know what 331 looks like as far as price action is concerned. We spent like 10 minutes down here before. Anyways, just some kind of friendly advice if you're considering a long. I would recommend waiting. It's a weekend. You generally don't want to trade weekends. And I know I traded this coin going into a weekend, which is also ill-advised for the most part. It's just that, once again, with all the contributing factors, there's so much confluence at the point the price is going to go down that you just kind of have to do that sometimes. But do I want to trade today? No, I'm not going to try to take any kind of longs today, even though some coins are looking decent. Bitcoin still hasn't filled its little fair value gap at 95K. There's a lot of support in that range if Bitcoin continues to pull back, which I think it will. Okay, so back to SUI here. What's going on? Let's take a look. First things first, hit the like button, folks. That's what you do every single time you watch my video. So that way we can go ahead and get this in front of more people, because people need to stop getting destroyed by SUI moon boys and stop becoming chop SUI. They should become profitable SUIs, right? Anyways, that's a stupid play on words. But here's take a look here. We can see liquidation 320 to 326. There's a little bit left there. Okay. That's just incentive for the whales to destroy late longs. So these are longs with high leverage that were in profit, by the way, and didn't take profit. Okay, because again, they took these longs back here at 328, rode all the way up to 375, and now they're still in the red, or still back there at break even, best case scenario. Anyways, it would suck to have a profitable trade like that go in the red just because you're too greedy to secure profits. If you know anything about watching my channel, you'll know that securing profits is an important part of being a trader. And in case you didn't know, if you don't take profits, you're never truly trading. Okay, so anyways, conversation for another day. Let's talk about SUI's liquidation delta. It is shifting bearish, and it was kind of riding this break-even point yesterday when we shorted. And typically when you see a significant uptrend like this, 400 million liquidation long delta at the top, and it keeps bleeding out, and then comes down to zero, the likelihood of it bouncing from there is pretty low. Granted, we had that point of control at 360, and 340 was that local support, 343 rather. But once more, those support levels don't really hold very well when Bitcoin is pulling back. We got to recognize that this coin is, strong, but it's overextended, and very few coins are overextended right now. Emphasizing the reason why this coin is getting targeted. Okay, just makes sense. Market makers are making some money here. There's tons of open interest above the price action, reinforcing tremendous amount of resistance and no support. So there's not really much there that's telling us a lot. We also have some confluence here as well with our triple top and or head and shoulders patterns. There's reasons why head and shoulders and triple tops have a high success rate, because it's consistently trying to break a resistance, couldn't, and essentially has to pull back. All right, that's the concept. So the daily time frame still looking good, by the way, folks. We're seeing some divergences on other coins, and this one's no different. We are starting to see a MACD divergence, stochastic swinging down. We lost 70 in the RSI. These are all areas of confirmation to secure profits on a long. So if you don't know this by now, when you have a massive overextension on the RSI on the 4 hour and or the daily, the likelihood of the price action coming down is greater. Okay. Or it maintains its range and continues higher. We couldn't go higher because we hit our resistance multiple times, and we tested our support multiple times, and once more, we broke down effectively here. So this is just a good indication, a reiteration of the fact that you should have secured profits on your long. By now, if you haven't yet already, you maybe want to consider doing so, all right? If you're in a profitable long and you don't take profits, that is so stupid. Like, you're just totally like flushing money down the toilet. Anyways, at this point here, if we take a look, let's go ahead and quickly recognize the 4 hour time frame and just see that we've broken bearish, so to speak. We're under 50 on the RSI. That was another indication yesterday of considering a short. We're under our moving average. Money flow index is low. Stochastic swinging down. MACD diverging. This is including, look at this, moving averages above the price. and the point of control at 355. Previously 360. So all this stuff combined is like 10 out of 10 reasons to not take a long and to consider shorting this coin. Now, do I recommend taking a short right now? I think you're kind of late to the game, but I do personally still feel that 320 is a likely probability here based on market manipulation and just standard retracement. So I think that we are due to continue lower because I feel Bitcoin is going to pull back. And this coin is definitely belly flopping at this point. So how low is it going to go? I think 320 is probably the initial pivot point. Secondary to that, I would say an even $3. That's kind of a psychological support level. Anytime you have like a large round number, like 80, 90, 100,000 for Bitcoin, for example, the price always stalls out at those levels in either direction. $3 is no different for SUI because that is essentially 70, 80K for Bitcoin equivalent. Having said that, I think $3 or 320 are the two areas of confluence. So what I'll do is I'll post a playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord to kind of highlight those areas. I might draw some new fib levels here as well, see if there's any extra consistencies there. And then obviously make sure you join us on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you haven't yet already. I've got a lot of shorts rolling out too, and people are actually appreciating those. So thank you so much for the awesome feedback. I'll keep those coming, and I just want to ask you to hit the like button on every single option. Join us at Bitunix too, folks. Between now and May 14th, we got an awesome little deposit bonus, basically a 20% reward on whatever you deposit up to $2,000. It's pretty simple, easy money there. Take advantage of that, folks. And otherwise, at this point, we'll look forward to seeing you again back on Monday. Future reference, I'm off on Sunday, so don't expect to hear much from me tomorrow. All right, y'all. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. We'll see you again soon. Take care.